What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G Money, aka the Echelon Don, and I'm my brother's keeper. Yes, I am. And this is another episode of Sidewalk Talk. Today, I want to talk to the fathers out there, the active fathers out there. Um, I'm having I'm starting to feel bad about about how I'm going about a lot of things with my son. But I feel like it's for the best for him. I'm not doing it to be an asshole. I'm doing it because I worry and care about his safety. When we was younger, man, fellas, y'all know if you in your 40s right now, your 50s, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case may be, if you're an older man, you remember we used to be out all day long. We used to be outside all day long. I mean, outside was everything. We was at the basketball court. We was on the football field. We was in the park. We was in the playground. We was on the swings. We was playing hide go seek. We was playing tag. We was playing red light, green light. We was doing everything. We was water balloon fights in the summertime. We was active. We was outside for real as kids. And some of us had the light rule. When that night light come on, when that street light come on, your ass better be either in the house or on the porch um, when that street light came on. Um, or you had that mother that screamed your name at a certain time. It hit 8 o'clock. It hit around 8 o'clock or something when it started getting dark. You hear that certain person's name getting screamed from a window. That's such and such mom. Same time every night. She not playing. She screaming out that window, and you better bring your ass home ASAP. Um, but we was able to move free. You know what I'm saying? We was outside all day, man, playing all kinds of sports. Just having a beautiful childhood out there, getting into all kinds of shit. And it was a lot safer. It was a lot safer then because neighbors actually looked out for each other's kids. People around the corner be out on the porch watching and seeing things and observing what's going on and all of that. Um, it was a safer environment for the kids to be out and about. Neighbors knew each other and talked. What I'm saying? If you did something around the corner, if you was around the corner being disrespectful or doing something that you knew you wasn't supposed to be doing, you out there cussing or something, and that neighbor knew your mother. That neighbor jump on that phone and tell your mother, hey, your son around here uh, talking terrible. His mouth terrible. He out here cussing. Blah, blah. Next thing you know what I mean? Either your mom's coming around that corner or she done called you, screamed out that window and called your ass home, and you about to get your ass tore up. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how it was. Um, but let me try to get to the point of what I'm trying to say. Y'all know the freedoms that we had as children. Fast forward to 2025. Fast forward to 2024, 2023, all those years that led up to 2025, the 2020 to 2020. My son be wanting to go out and do, um, teenage shit. You know what I'm saying? With his teenage cousins or his teenage friends. And I understand that. I completely understand that because I went through it. We all want to be out there hanging out with our friends doing teenage shit. But me knowing what's out there Me knowing that this is a different group of teenagers right now that's running around outside. Everybody outside ain't playing sports. Everybody outside ain't playing and looking to get into like some fun activities. It's teenagers out there looking to kill. It's teenagers out there that's walking around riding around with pistols and waiting for you to say the wrong thing to them, and they'll blow your head off. Um, I don't feel comfortable with my son going places without specific or certain people. It has to be like I need my son. I need to know that who you're going with is responsible, or I want it to at least be a one grown up there when you're going somewhere, like to a movie theater or to a mall or something like that. I just don't want you with your teenage friends. And he don't understand that I'm trying to protect him because he's not see, when I was a teenager, I was street smart. I understood what was going on in the street. He don't have that same street smart in him. And it's okay that he don't have that in him. You know what I'm saying? But it would help though because it could save your life. You want to hang out with some of your friends that you go to school with or that you know from school, but you don't know who your friends or your cousin. His cousin got a friend and his cousin wants to go to the movie theater. You don't know who your cousin friend might have issues with. You know what I'm saying? And you don't understand that in this world when people run into somebody that they have issues with, the people that is with that person now is involved in that person's issues. So if they see this dude and they've been looking for him and want to do something bad to him, you and your cousin are with him. Y'all are now involved in his shit, and you don't understand that. You're not gonna understand why you getting punched in your face or why you getting, whatever is happening to you. You're not gonna understand why it's happening. You're gonna be just completely lost, and that's why I'm so protective of my son because he's not aware. He's just not prepared for that shit. And he's not prepared for that at all. I know he's not. He think it's just gonna be fun and games. They're just gonna go out have a good time, and it's not gonna be no danger out there. He's not understanding the high level of danger it is outside right now, and that the people his age, the kids his age and his age group are killers. My son plays video games and be on laptops, on the internet. He likes doing shit like that. He likes, talking to friends on online and having fun like that. He ain't out here banging. And it's kids that's his age that got bodies right now. That's getting names. That's got names in the street. They got reps in the street for shooting people. And you're a video game player. You know what I'm saying? So you're not prepared for the shit that's out there, and I'm trying to do my best to shield him and make sure he don't encounter that, man. But I'm also holding and restricting his childhood, not letting him enjoy his not letting him enjoy life like I know that he should be able to. So I'm conflicted right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of feel bad that I'm always telling him no about certain things. I do let him do things. Don't like get it twisted like he don't do nothing. But I do say no a lot to a lot of things that he want to do, and it's because I don't feel like it's safe. I don't feel like it's safe. You know what I'm saying? For him to go do that. So I'm just looking like, you know what I mean? What do some of y'all fathers feel? Are y'all on the same type of stuff, or are y'all letting y'all kids go out and venture and just hoping and praying that you know they make the right decisions and don't get caught up in nothing bad? Because I'll be 24/7 just looking at my phone and about ready to call and find out what's going on if I let him go out with his cousins and his friends and I'll probably be ready to call his phone nonstop to find out, yo, you good? What's going on? Where you at? What's going on? Who around you? And I don't want to be bothering him like that when he go out. You know what I'm saying? My son's 17 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you know, he ain't get to really have the childhood that I had, man, because it's not the same. It's not the same outside. It's not the same outside. The community don't look out for each other like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors don't even really fuck with each other like that no more. You know, you used to have it where all the neighbors was active and talked to each other and was cool with each other. Now neighbors, you might have a couple of neighbors on your street that y'all cool with, but for the most part, everybody stick to themselves and don't even really communicate with each other and don't they worry about their own household and their own kids. So I just I'm really like just right now feeling like damn, you know, I don't want him to just always think that I'm just like not want him to do nothing. And I know that feeling a kid like damn, so my dad don't let me do shit. I know that's what he be saying, you know what I'm saying, to himself or to his peoples. But it's like he don't understand. I'm trying to protect him, man. But what y'all think, man? Should I go easy and start letting them get out there? But I mean, like I said, man, it's tough for me to just be like, yo, go. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what's out there. I know what's out there. You know what I mean? The people our age ain't doing all the killing and stuff in the hood like that. The 40 years olds and all that, we done been through all of that crazy shit when we was younger. We chilling, trying to raise families and make sure our shit is together. We stand out the way. We ain't trying to get into no shit. We ain't trying to get into none of that shit. We trying to live our life, be on a beach somewhere, drinking one of them tropical drinks, chilling, minding our business with the fam good. But these young kids is the ones that they the terrorists. The 13 and shit, 12, 13, all them young boys coming up, teenagers, they killers, man. They killing like it's stepping on flies. And they really think that shit is something cute. Talking about spinning the block and spinning it again and how many hats you got, you know what I mean, and all that shit, man. Like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like these boys is 15, 16 years old talking about bodies and hats, and that shit is not cute, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the ones you got to worry about right now. Them little dudes will smoke your ass, old or young. You know what I mean? Because of their rep, because they trying to impress they homies, they little friends and shit, and have a name for themselves. And I don't want my son to get caught up in no shit like that. So I'm not gonna keep this video longer than I already have it, man. But that's been on my mind. That was on my mind. And I just felt like I needed to get it off and see what y'all thought about it. All the fathers out there, man. How do y'all handle the situation when your son want to get out and go on and run the street with his friends or whatever the case? Are y'all allowing it and just hoping he make it back safe, or are y'all kind of strict like me with it? Let me know in the comments, man. Um, it's your boy G Money, aka the Echelon Don. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. And this is another episode of Sidewalk Talk. God bless y'all. I'm out.